This is learning orchestration. Learning orchestration is the process of learning to identify what you're hearing in your musical imagination and then writing it to be performed either live or with sample libraries. It's really ear training, learning what each instrument sounds like in each register with all its techniques and then how it sounds in combination with other instruments. When you've done that musical memorization, that's when orchestration becomes composition. So now, the chief learning question. What's the process? Well, the process is learning orchestration the way you produce a piece of music. So with any professional orchestration home study bundle, you learn by writing and producing 12 to 14 2-minute compositions for solo instrument. This can be done for live performance, MIDI mock-ups, or both. With professional orchestration, you learn writing for live instruments and how to make samples sound live. That's the real-world requirement. Because most of our examples are full-page, full score, you learn score analysis by applying the 8 keys to learning professional orchestration and learning how to do a reduced score. The reduced, or what's also called a sketch score, is what composers work from before going to full score. From the score analysis, you learn dozens of techniques to apply when writing for solo instruments or solo sections. The next step in score analysis applies the spectratone chart so that you learn for each instrument the tone color changes in the low, medium, high, and very high ranges. You then evaluate sectional writing to better understand the tone and timbre colors along with intensity and instrumental combinations. Unique to the professional orchestration curriculum is learning to record instrumental combinations and learning how they blend at different dynamic levels and at different ranges. For example, which register and which specific notes are best for writing a unison for oboe and clarinet or oboe and violas. With the spectratone chart, you don't guess, you know. Unique to the professional orchestration curriculum is a great educational gift to you from both composer Jay Bacall and the Vienna Symphonic Library. To go along with writing a 2-minute composition for each solo orchestral instrument, VSL and Jay Bacall have provided you MP3s and MIDI files of specific compositions for solo orchestral instruments realized by Jay with the Vienna Instruments Library. By going through each instrument lesson by lesson, you learn the foundation for creating effective orchestral MIDI mock-ups, and Jay Bacall is one of the best in the world to learn from. With this foundation, you now write your piece, a 2-minute work for solo instrument only. Where possible, I encourage you to get your pieces performed by a real player. When I speak to orchestras around the world, the chief criticism about playing new works is that the parts are so poorly written that often they're unplayable. So getting feedback from a real player is important to improving your writing skills. The MIDI mock-up is important for 2 reasons. First, you may not have any real musicians available. And second, the way you make money today is by understanding how to do convincing MIDI mock-ups. If you've done MIDI mock-ups of your pieces, or if you've been able to get quality recordings of your pieces performed live, you finish with a demo CD. If your compositions are strong enough, you can even begin selling your own MP3s. Depending on the strength of your compositions, and if you work with a notation program, you'll also end up with your own publishing which you can resell and use to get live performances of your works. Professional orchestration home study bundles are purpose-driven. You learn orchestration, score analysis, and compositional techniques, along with learning how to produce your own music. Professional orchestration home study bundles are only available at alexanderpublishing.com.